The following video is a review of a collectible made of porcelain. Due to the fragility of this product, the manufacturer's recommended age is 14 to 18 years. Therefore, this video is not intended for young children. All appropriate safety measures should be taken when handling this product.
What's up, Lantern fans? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, the co-host of the Emerald Echo podcast. Here with a look at the DC Direct, Heroes of the DC Universe, Blackest Night bust of the Red Lantern leader. This is Atrocitus. Before we get a look at the loose bust, let's look at the packaging details. We get this product shot on the front. I like these Red Lantern logos that line the top. Another good product shot on the side here. Again, the continuation of the Red Lantern logos. On the side here, we get some product information. We get another cool product shot on the top. I also like this starry background. And on the bottom here, we see that this bust is numbered out of 3,500. On the back, we get a list of some of the other busts available in this line, as well as these product shots and the Red Lantern Core Oath. While I do have a couple of small gripes about this bust, I think there's a number of reasons to add this to your Green Lantern collection. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the loose details now. Here's a close-up of the base, and I'm a huge fan of all of the bases on these Blackest Night busts. I really think that they enhance the overall appearance of these pieces. You can see here the various core logos. There's the Red Lantern Core logo. And yes, I really appreciate this creative choice. And we get product information here on the bottom. Here's a look at the torso, and there's a lot of magnificent sculpting here. That just looks really amazing. I like how they were able to get the details between the various sections of the uniform, but it's all cohesive. It really looks like a uniform that has been placed over a living organism. I mean, you can definitely see the difference between this and like an action figure. As much as I love action figures, obviously you're expecting a higher level of sculpting when it comes to a piece like this. You can see all these details here on the ribs. Let's have a look at the back here. And you can see all these massive muscles that are contracting as he roars. So I only have a couple of complaints about this bust, and this is probably my main complaint, is that this red doesn't really match this red. Now, there are colorists in the past who have made Atrocitus's shoulder pads more reflective, more glossy than the rest of his uniform. I don't have a problem with that. But as you can see, these are different shades of red, and I certainly wish they would have matched. Let's have a look at the arms now, and I really appreciate this alien-looking skin. The sculpting here is amazing. I mean, you can just see all the detail on the skin here. That doesn't look phony at all, despite the fact that we are dealing with an alien character. I like how tight the gauntlet is here. It looks like it can just barely contain Atrocitus's arm. Got this huge bicep. Yeah, that all looks really magnificent. Here is a close-up of the ring, and I think the paint applications are fine. The size is pretty good. It might have been a little bit bigger, but that's a very minor complaint. My only real issue with this is that there's no Red Lantern Core symbol on this ring. For a premium collectible, you would expect that to be there. Here's a close-up of the chest symbol, and this is exactly what I wanted for this piece. It's very large. You can feel the edges of this. The sculpting is magnificent. The paint applications are tight. And it really feels like it's pulling the entire uniform together. And I'm very appreciative of that. So here is a close-up of the head, and again, I'm very appreciative of this sculpting. You can see that the skin looks like it's pulled very tightly over this massive bone structure. The skin itself is deeply lined and cracked. It looks like the surface of a volcano, and I really like that. You can see the individual painting on the teeth, as well as these yellow eyes. All of that looks just really magnificent. So here's a close-up of this segmented armored headpiece. And again, the sculpting work on this is just outstanding. You can actually feel the edge of each piece, and I'm certainly appreciative of that. So my only real criticism of this bust is the pose. Now, I don't want to suggest that this is not a fitting pose for Atrocitus. Obviously, you can see rage here, but I feel like they didn't maximize this great sculpting in the head area because he's rocked back away from the viewer. I would have preferred a pose where he was coming forward and threatening us with his arms behind him. So that is really the only change that I would have made if I were in charge of producing this bust. But again, I'm very happy to have this in my collection. I certainly hope you have enjoyed this review. If so, please like, subscribe, and tell a friend to do the same. Make sure to catch me on the Multiverse Musings vidcast, available right here on YouTube, which includes the Emerald Echo podcast, where we cover all of the adventures of your favorite ring slingers. And I'll be back to the internet with more comic book related content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.
With blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all. That is your fate.